In this video, we are giving you another super scenic free camping option. This time we are visiting the Bonneville Salt Flats in Wendover, Utah. There is ample space for any size rig and great cell service. You are less than 10 minutes away from the Salt Flats and less than 15 minutes away from town where you can stock up on supplies. Stay tuned and we'll give you all the details on this boondocking location. We are Kyle and Nicole, avid travelers from Michigan. In 2021, Kyle quit his job and we have been traveling across North America in our travel trailer while I continue to work full-time from the road. We love to create content showing amazing destinations, things to do, free camping spots, and RV life. We hope you will like, subscribe, and comment on our videos and join us for these fantastic adventures. You never know where we will pop up next. If you are looking to visit the Salt Flats, there aren't many camping options around other than a large amount of BLM land to boondock on. While you are allowed to drive on the Salt Flats when they are dry, you aren't allowed to overnight on them, so no camping, but there is free camping right next to the flats. To access this area, you will exit off I-80 onto the Bonneville Speedway access road and continue past the Sinclair gas station. You will then keep left onto Leppy Pass Road. If you look on Campendium or iOverlander, you will see a few different free camping options listed, but they are all the same general area. We are choosing to camp out on Silver Island Loop Road. This road was quite washboardy and a bit rough towing the trailer. We chose a large spot that was pretty easily accessible, about a half mile in, and had great views of the Silver Island Mountains. Our spot was right next to the road, and something we like to do is find a spot to park and go walk to see if we can find something we like better. In this case, we decided we were fine where we were and settled in. There are many spots all around, and if you are willing to continue up the road, there are more great spots to be had. When we visited, there were several people with different types of rigs camping in the area. You can find rock fire pits all over. We ventured up the road another 2 miles and took pictures of some good campsite options. One thing we discovered is because the majority of these spots are on the mountain side of the road, you had to be aware of the level of the site. Some sites here are not very level and would require some work. Here's another spot that isn't bad, a little bit more level than some other ones. This is the road that you're coming in on. Pull in here, pick your spot. There's a fire pit somebody built out here. Not bad. If you can brave the road, I would say this might be the coolest spot here. You have a little rock right here. Beautiful view of the mountains. It's pretty bumpy in here, but if you go slow and if you made it this far, it's probably no problem. But there's a lot of space in here and it's really gorgeous. This area had great Verizon cell service and we had no issues streaming or uploading. There are various roads and trails you can take here for either for walking or ATV riding.
I really enjoy this boondocking spot. One of the things that I look for is to be able to have some space and walk around. Gives me something to do while Nicole's working. So it's pretty cool to just be able to go right out the camper door, get lots of steps in. Can meet some people that way once in a while, and it's just a lot of fun for me. The other part of the boondocking spot that I really like is it was kind of mountainous, and I'm a sucker for a nice mountain view. So you get to climb up a little bit, you get a nice view of the valley below.
Although the Silver Island Road is supposedly a loop, we never drove the entire thing, so can't really speak for what it might be behind the mountains. If you are camping here, it is about 10 minutes to the Salt Flats. The road to the flats is paved, and this is where you will find the Bonneville Salt Flats BLM sign. When it is dry, you are allowed to continue off the pavement onto the actual salt flats. Although you can drive wherever, you can generally see other tracks and cones which are almost like a makeshift roadway.
This is the second time we've actually visited the salt flats, but the first time they were dry enough to be able to drive on. Driving on them was quite a lot of fun. It's pretty cool to go out in a space where they have land set up for a land speed record. It's pretty hard to get going in the truck and not want to just go as fast as you can. We got going around 100 miles an hour and the truck started getting a little squirrely, so that's as fast as we're able to go in our truck. I was surprised at how bumpy it was for walking. You know, the ground has made a crust and then there's a lot of bumps, but when you're driving over it, you can't even tell. You just go so smooth right over the top of everything. It's really a lot of fun. The other thing that was really surprising is how dirty the salt was. You expect just, you know, nice pristine salt, but there's a lot of dirt mixed in. I don't know if that comes from when it gets wet and the dirt will come up through the salt or what, but it was very surprising to see. It wasn't just this white pristine area like you see everybody's Instagram feed and when you watch videos. It was actually pretty dirty. So even though the salt was very dry this time, while driving on it, it still seems to hold moisture for whatever reason. And we noticed that we got salt everywhere on the bottom of the truck. It was literally just clumped up everywhere. It was really unique. We took a lot of salt with us. Even after going through the car wash, I still had chunks of salt underneath the car. I actually had to go through a second car wash to be able to get it all off. I don't know if I'd want to take a nice new vehicle out there just because of the salt. You'd want to be extra careful just to make sure you get as much off as you can, because salt's pretty corrosive to car metal. It's just such a vast open space. It's a lot of fun to just go play around out there, and we really enjoyed our time. 106 miles an hour today.